This is important, especially if you're on a bad run. Or even if you're on a good run, you can go, oh, this won't last forever, but I better enjoy it while I can. 90% of asking a girl out is timing. It's timing on her, where she's at. She just got engaged last week. She's going to say no. She just broke up with her boyfriend last week, and she's going to say yes. Same girl, same person, different set of circumstances due to timing. 90% of like same day lays where a guy meets a girl or he hooks up with her on the app and she comes straight over. All of this, it has nothing to do with his game to a certain extent. And you still have to have game to make it happen and know how to move her from complete stranger to in your bed. But the timeline, or the does she become a yes girl or a no girl, comes down to timing. Did she just break up with her boyfriend last week and she's in that I'm riding every cock? He said, no guy will ever like me. He said, I suck in bed. He said this. He said, my titties are saggy. My ass is flat. No man will ever want me. But I fucked 5 guys this week. To a girl, that works on her psyche, that she's still attractive. And when you bang her, she'll go, oh, I must still have it, because this guy did, invite me over and he didn't like vomit and he was able to get an erection. So he must still be attracted to me and I must still have it. So a lot of times, no, all the time, it really does come down to timing. Because if she just got engaged to some guy she's been with for a couple of years, in that case, she's going to say no. And she's not going to meet up with you and you will never hear from her again. So that's the real deal. 90% of asking a girl out, if you're getting, and flaking is timing also. Now, granted, younger girls flake more than older girls, and there's some like nuances, but most of this stuff is timing. Since flaking is mostly predominantly an ex coming back on the scene, it has nothing to do with you. That's one of the main things. That's one of the main things that I have to convey to new guys to game is you follow your basics. And if they're working most of the time, you don't change it. If a guy has a system and he's banged 3 girls off that system and then one girl flakes out, a lot of times they'll go, well, she didn't respond. I must be doing something wrong. No, her ex-husband, who's the daddy of 3 of her kids, came back on the scene. And that's what's happening 99% of the time that a chick flakes is some dude she's already been fucking for a couple years comes back on the scene. Or even for a couple months, he takes precedence over you because you've only fucked her twice. You're an unknown value. But she knows this guy has a certain value. Girls are not big risk takers. Remember that. She's going to stick with the guy that's already had 3 kids with her. She's going to stick with the guy that's already, fucked her and fucked her best friend and then come back around. She's going to stick with a known quantity. But the deal is 90% of the time, asking a girl out comes down to time. That's why if there's a girl that you have your sights on, she's got a boyfriend, when you hear through the grapevine that they broke up, you need to know that there's a window from the time that they broke, unless she just monkey branched, and sometimes they do. She's already got a new boyfriend. She had a boyfriend before she got rid of the old boyfriend. But again, it never hurts to put yourself in front of her, reach out to her for some innocuous thing, see where she's at mentally, or just go, hey, she's dating around, and put yourself out there. If she's interested, she'll bite and you'll be fucking her the same day. If she's not, she'll say, if she's not interested in you, she'll say, hey, I'm just trying to recover from this relationship. And it just means that she doesn't have any interest in you. She's seeing a few other guys, but you're not going to be one. And that's okay. Not everybody's a good setup. And that may change too. Again, 90% of asking a girl out is timing. And it's so much of it is invisible and what you can't see. So you have to go with that. I've got to check one thing. Okay. And that is the real deal with asking a girl out. It comes down to timing. Just remember, you don't know what's going on in the background, so don't change your system just because the girl said no, she's not interested. And that's okay. She's probably just got engaged last week. Happens all the time. Let's find us another